I'm willing to pay you 100 gold, and before you reject it, as I understand that is a pittance in what this man is actually worth, I would like to also offer a family favor from me to you.
The captain says, the only thing criminals understand is blows.
I take a look at this soldier here.
Yeah, these guards they're gone.
Oh, darn. All right. Well, then I find this strapping fellow here. I'm just like, so what's up? How's it going? I strike up a conversation.
He kind of ignores you and just walks away.
Lucas,
every time.
Lucas, what's like? What do you think, man? What's a smart way to set ourselves up for success for the next time we meet?
Say that again. You kind of cut out there at the end.
What's a smart way to set ourselves up for success for the next time we do this?
I mean, it depends on what is important to Leviticus as a character. I mean, if he wants to fight for the shop, we need to figure out the best way to try to keep the business afloat.
No, I hear you. I think that it sounds more.
I think this is your character arc, dude.
No, I hear you. No, but I think that there's a way to continue this arc. Can I tell Lucas something and not tell Folan something?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be able to. The Folan won't be able to fall on that knowledge.
Yeah, but if it's something that you wouldn't tell Folan, don't worry about it. Just if you having a plan is enough, then fine.
Yeah. Fine. I got a plan that would keep that particular branch of the story going.
Okay.
And I think I'd be able to convince Virgil of it, and then I think that would also open up some space for our band to have more room for some more storytelling outside of that.
Are you going to be able to?
It wouldn't be kind of bound to everything we're doing, linking directly back to Virgil.
Are you going to be able to handle the emotional repercussions if anything happens to Virgil?
No, I think because this idea that I'm having
is going to insulate Virgil.
Yeah, exactly. Is that we'd figure out a way to preserve him and also maybe even keep him doing something that's some form of what he wants to do, and also, but then he wouldn't be dependent on us or anybody else. It would kind of leave him as independent, and also still be able to continue what he believes in.
Yeah, I guess there's a chance you might be right, but remember that the DM is coming after us with automatic 20s every time. So no matter what you're gonna do,
that was just the first couple.
Yeah, right.
Like, use C4 to find his way back to Virgil. We're gonna go on another quest, and it's gonna be like Virgil's head and like a noose.
I was listening to the story. I'll tell you guys about it later, but there's I'll send it to you later. But there was a story in Eternal Nature, and one of the quotes it was about probability and decision making. One of the quotes was that a scientist said probability doesn't have any memory. It's like every time you flip a coin, it doesn't remember that the last time you flipped it, it was heads. It heads 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So all right. So real quick, we're gonna say that you guys spent the night, and we're finishing up here.
I'd like to go for drinks.
I do need to check in with the guard captain.
Okay. So
are the bars closed?
Yeah, the bars are closed, unfortunately.
Closing time.
Well, you guys got in there really late, and like at least in this area, it's closed. If you
some of the dive bars might still be open.
Yeah, dive bars will probably be open.
Dive bars only.
And those are in the that's in the city. Like deeper into the city, other areas.
I still have to unwind. I have to go for it.
Okay, so you go out into the city.
Yes, I
go
do.
Drink.
So right now, what's going on is Folan is going to talk to the guard.
And you're going to go talk to the chief?
I'm gonna go talk to the guard captain. Yeah.
You're gonna go talk to Brogner.
Yeah.
At like 11 o'clock at night, you're gonna go talk to the guard.
I mean, it's not that long after we just got done talking to him. So
Yeah, I mean he just walked in.
Gonad Blighter's going out for a drink. I'm going to tell Folan, hey man, you want me to come with you? Do you think you'll need somebody to and it, like you think you need a hand with this conversation, or you think I'd be getting in the way?
So you see Folan, he kind of pauses and he like kind of stares off into the middle distance for a minute, and you can see like his eyes twitching a little bit. And then he goes, yeah, you can come along.
Okay. All right. Well, I turn to Gonad Blighter and I say, hey man,
He's gone. Gonad's
Come
gone.
on.
you already left?
He's out having drinks as a free man.
Yeah. Then I'm like, well, okay.
And I'm
All
trying
right.
to find another free man. Am I right?
Nice.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah. So then it's me and it's Leviticus and Folan going to talk to Brogner.
All right. So you guys head up to this location,
Yep.
right? And we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Do that. And the guard remembers you guys, and
From 10 minutes ago.
from like it's been like 15, 20 minutes.
Well, and we've been here a couple times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Recent memory. So
knocks on the door, and one of the he actually, before he knocks on the door, he goes, state your business.
need to speak with the guard captain about the refugee camp.
He goes, all right. Knocks on the door, and the door is open from the inside, and he goes back to his post and lets you guys, essentially you guys can freely walk in. I'm going to clear it for you guys. You guys can walk in there. The clerk is actually gone, but there's two guards there who are essentially at, like, standing at duty.
Yep, that's fine.
Dude.
And one of them goes, who do you need?
Captain Brogner.
He goes, all right. And he steps into the back area for a couple of minutes. See this other guard there, and kind of just like looking around, and he looks at you, Leviticus, and he goes, "Wood elf, huh?"
And I say, "Wood elf."
And he kind of nods his head, and he's like, "Yeah, figured you were."
Oh.
That's
What is
it.
this guy even saying?
Kind of passive aggressive.
And the captain walks out, and he's like, "What can I do for you guys?"
Captain Brogner, would it be possible to have a private meeting with you regarding the refugee camp?
Of course. We'll do it in the. We'll go into the break room, and he opens the door and leads you guys
the
in.
break room. It has ESPN on the TV in the corner.
He's got some used ashtrays that are happening.
Ceiling tiles are all yellow.
He walks in and he's like, "Hey boys, give us the room." And two of them are like, "All right, I'm gonna go get some food," and they go into the back to eat. One of them is like, "All right, I got to get to shift anyway," and he ends up going out, disappearing. And the third guy is like, "All right," and he just kind of disappears. So you guys can enter into that room and speak to him.
I sniff around this a little bit because just from, with my wood elf senses, and I'm like kind of cough because it's kind of musty from like the smoke, and just like they haven't like aired
They haven't
it out.
aired it out. Yeah, definitely.
There's like a plume of smoke when the door's open.
Yeah.
It's got like the human man stench in there.
Yeah,
Right now I'm really connecting with somebody at the bar, and we're just sitting together, and he's really interested in my backstory, and it's going really well.
So Gonad Blighter is speaking to Amir at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm like freaking. I'm hammered out of my mind. I just come toasted. And they're like, "You are so interesting.
It's the mirror like this.
You
You're
are-
the only one that
You
I-
are gorgeous. I would do you right now."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
All right, so the chief sits down, the captain sits down and goes, "All right, boys, what do you want to talk about?"
We had an interesting day with the farm. Now, the issue with the farmer was not as directly related to the refugee camp as you might have expected.
Okay.
But it was ultimately a result of the refugee camp. An animal had gotten loose and was wreaking havoc with the farmer's crops. It wasn't intentional. There was no malice behind it. But at the time, we didn't realize that it was a pet and attacked it in the woods trying to end the issue with the farmer.
Okay.
The pet ran home. We didn't know it was a pet until we got to the refugee camp. And then...
What kind of pet is this?
From hell.
Rather large boar.
Okay.
A boar from hell.
That's why
Literally from hell.
we didn't connect the pet thing immediately.
That's understandable. Okay.
Does the name Arstrix mean anything to you? Tiefling woman?
Not a woman, but a
Have you-
man.
Have you heard of? We don't know her father's name.
It was a woman, wasn't it?
Or
It
does
was a
every-
woman, but he's saying a man. He remembers it as a man.
He remembers Arxic as
Yeah.
He doesn't
Arxic.
recognize the name. He knows tiefling.
Yeah.
The tiefling. He knows. So
He
he
knows
knows
a
that it's a tiefling and it's a male, but most people don't know what a tiefling is. So
Yeah.
to you guys, that's a little surprising that he knows the race.
He
No,
does know tiefling.
I've got his
Yeah.
number. He's a well-educated guy. I think he's-
Yeah, gotcha. So maybe I try to guess whether or not Brogner is thinking of Arxic.
Just make up a name.
Arxic.
Make up something that sounds about
Yeah, right. We got to figure out. I want to try to figure out if
Call her A. Just call her A.
our sex.
RX.
Probably her father.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking if he was wondering if
Because after
her
she
father.
had her thugs attack us and we drove them off, she made a comment to the effect of, "My daddy is going to hear about this."
Right, that's what I'm wondering if he's thinking of that person.
So
Okay.
that happened.
Okay.
And then a man named Omar swept in.
Okay.
Do you know this name?
He looks confused. He's looking confused right now. He's like, Omar.
I say to Bragner, maybe from like Italian, maybe French, maybe
French,
knows where-
German, something maybe.
Yeah,
A little bit of Welsh in there, maybe.
maybe Korean.
He has no idea from what you can tell.
Okay. Well,
Never heard of this guy.
let's put it this way. There is a political struggle going on in the refugee camp right now.
Yeah,
We have a tenuous connection to one and a target on our back from the other.
Okay.
The one that we have a tenuous relationship with has, when he swooped in after we drove off Arstrix and her goons, to claim that we were his mercenaries and see, oh, he is so powerful, and yes, he's in charge of the refugee camp, yada, yada, yada. He wants us to be informants
Informants of what?
of guard movements in the city and the surrounding areas.
Really?
Now, I agreed. And the way I see
Okay.
it, we can tell him whatever we hear.
Okay.
Is this something that you would be interested in pursuing in a more permanent manner?
He kind of looks down and he's got something in his hand that he's just fiddling with, and he looks up and he goes, "Yeah."
Because the way I see it, this could work both ways.
He kind of like thinks for a moment, and he he kind of leans back, and he goes, Nekvon this is information that Nekvon absolutely needs to hear.
Nekvon being like the high priest or whatever.
The magistrate.
Magistrate Nekvon Hakan of Reich.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Yep. And he states, okay, you guys continue to be informants for this gentleman, Moore.
Omar.
Omar. And he writes down the
dresses
name.
very, very foppishly. I believe if you met him once, you would not forget him.
He kind of nods his head and he's like, okay, I'll keep an eye out for.
He looks like his
for any
he looks
newcomers.
like his charisma is like a 20.
Yeah, probably bard, something like that, or perhaps like a smooth talking rogue, maybe.
Yeah.
He nods his head and goes, okay, well, thank you for this information. I will make sure that it gets straight to the magistrate, and you will be rewarded appropriately as needed, according to Nekvon's statements.
Before you do that, I would like to make a request. And I understand. I am an outsider to the city. I've lived here less than a month. This is just something that me coming in from a fresh perspective is seeing in the city. I get the feeling that Nekvon is leveraging fear against the citizens of the city, especially the merchants and anyone who would go against them. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. He has to.
It might be worth considering that putting an old man on his knees in the middle of the town square with a knife to his neck is bad optics.
Well, when the magistrate says to do something, you do it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know from how high up that order came, but please, it would be a personal favor to me if the heavy-handed nature of frail men who just want to live and run their business in peace, maybe, if at all possible, gets cut back a little bit.
He nods his head a little bit, and he goes, well, I mean, I have to do what the magistrate says, otherwise I lose my position. But I will.
Does the magistrate not allow any counter? Does he just run everything for you? Are you nothing? You have no control over your men?
I have direct control over them to give the orders the magistrate gives to me.
Well, then why?
He is the law.
Well, yes. Can you not?
You have no say. You have no influence.
Can you not try to persuade of different?
I can, but I would prefer not to because of the stories I've heard of his last position. So I'd rather not push it.
Your position?
No, his last position that he held. The stories.
Which was what?
He was in control of a smaller area in the city, and he had some guards under his direct control, and they tried to tell him, like, hey, maybe not so heavy of a hand, and they didn't have hands after that. So
okay, I see your point.
Kind of consistent with dragging old man and putting a knife to his neck behavior.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
It was pretty consistent.
I do understand that Virgil was well cared for while he was here, and for that I have your thanks.
Yes.
We need to take this guy out.
But
he likes ginseng.
Yeah, but
oh, okay, that's good to know for next time.
In case
he makes a joke.
Anyway, that again, a personal favor from me, if at all possible.
He nods his head.
Don't endanger your hands.
He nods his head and he says, I'll try my best to persuade him in any way I can to better assist the city, of course.
Great. Well, I think we're done here. I don't have anything further. I simply wanted to report in what our findings of the area. Okay. Also, that poor old farmer, if you get any more reports from him, maybe send some social workers out there or something. Like, the man is not right in the head. I think he's I don't think there's any marbles left. I think they've all escaped. He doesn't even have 2 marbles to rub together right
Yeah.
now.
And
So,
whatever you do, don't go in that house.
He nods his head and he goes, "Okay, I'll make sure to mark it down in the journal tonight, or the bookkeeping tonight."
but yes, please let us know what Nekvon, High Magistrate Nekvon, says about the our continued partnership as well.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
flash over to Gonad Bladder. I look at the half orc next to me, and I'm just like, "You are so gorgeous. Do you want to get out of here? That half orc over there is a douchebag. I don't like the way he's been looking at us all night. Get out of here, you jerk!"
He's moved from one side of the entryway mirror to the other side of mirrors.
There's 2 mirrors.
You're such an asshole. And I'm like, "Come on, baby, let's go."
All right. So we're gonna say that the night ends there. You guys go back to your building to go sleep. And Gonad, you fall asleep in a pool of your own. Barf.
You're gonna say poop.
I don't know. He's got pretty high constitution. I don't think.
Yeah.
I want the story to be what like the Hangover. Like where is maybe not that extreme, but like my comrades are gonna have to figure out where I am.
Ooh, it'd be like the quest in Skyrim where it's like the Hangover, and he has to like retrace his steps and figure out what happened last night, and it gets to really crazy.
Kind of like the Hangover.
So Folan, you end up leaving for the night. You go up to your hotel room. You've pretty much gone up to your hotel room now. You are just eating some food that the hotel had ready for you, and you're in your room. What would you like to do at this point?
I'm going to go to my writing desk where I have all of my papers and books and notes and everything neatly laid out. In the back of one of the drawers, I'm going to pull out a small little stone about yay big.
Okay.
A little bit bigger than a $50.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, into the stone, I'm going to say, initial report complete, requesting drop-off location. And then I'm going to sit here and wait.
The stone goes, nothing happens with the stone. When you speak into it, it lights up a little bit, and then it kind of fades away. And you sit there for a couple moments, and over the line, over the other side, the stone lights up again. And it lights up stating, acknowledged. Move to drop off point B. And with that, we're going to end it there. You will bring your report to that location, and that's going to be that. And you can speak to your friend again in the future when needed, after he's looked over the report.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And then I'll sit down at the desk and start scribbling out. Well, I guess at this point I would have already scribbled out the report. I'll fold it up and prepare to go drop it off.
Excellent. So go ahead and move you guys into. I can't move them for some reason. Everything's screwing up on me right now.
I got it. I moved myself. I don't see.
He's down in the corner there.
I
don't see me.
I
think I got disappeared.
Yeah, I took you off the map.
That's cool.
Where there be dragons.
So all right. So real quick, you guys end up going to sleep. Okay, there we go.
I think that half orc slipped something in my drink.
So you guys end up going to sleep, and you wake up the next morning to hammers and saws happening around you.
I've got half of a chicken, just like fully feathered half of a chicken. I'm like,
and as you guys are just groggy waking up, you can hear Verge like shouting, not in anger, just as in like barking out orders.
Oh God, did he hire a bunch of carpenters? Is he going into debt to remodel the shop?
This is adding some
You get-
urgency to the conversation I need to have with Virgil.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to.
do you
Oh,
do you guys
no.
want to go downstairs?
Not really. No.
Well, Folan, you're at your shop or
Oh, that's
your
true.
building.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't even.
you're not
I don't
even there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So you're not even there.
So,
You're
so
out.
I'm walking over in the morning outside the building. What do I
Yep.
see?
And as you walk, you see carpenters all around the building.
Yeah. Are they tearing it down or building it up, or what are they doing?
They're building it up. They're making it better. And then you see men walking in. They're bringing goods into the shop, like
Stock?
new stock. Yep.
Mm.
And
Once you get to that point, you turn, you look left, and you see me slumped down against the wall.
yeah, he's just in the corner
Yeah.
eating his
With-
chicken.
half
chicken.
of a chicken, the bottom half of a feathered chicken, and like I'm chewing on it, but I'm like half conscious, and there's vomit everywhere.
And I
And
see Virgil standing out there like.
so Verge is like, telling people to move stuff around and
Lift that bale. Heave that hay.
exactly. Yep. And when you come down the stairs, Leviticus,
Yeah.
you noticed that the entire store is completely stocked, fully stocked, like it's never been stocked before. Brews all over the place, everywhere, and Verge is standing there, and you can see him through the door. The door's open, and so you both can see him. All three of you can see him, and he's standing there, and he's got his arms out, and he goes, "Yep, things are on the up and up." I've been able to get the funds needed to make improvements to this place, like we discussed last night. A messenger comes walking up and turns and yells out, letter for Gonad Blighter, letter."
I am blowing up right now.
Are you opening it now, or
Yeah, I look at the letter, and then I realize I'm not sure what it says.
Like and subscribe. Find what happened last time in the previous episode. And check out what's gonna happen next time in the next episode over here. We stream on Twitch, and the links are down below.